Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to Great War Western Front, episode 11. Today it is time to take Fumay. It was not supposed to rhyme, but it did anyway. This sector is the last star that stands between just the Germans being able to reinforce this and the entire area getting cut off. So, what I intend to do is attack from the south towards the north. This way, I will be able to take the sector, and all of these reinforcements can start moving up. So that's a lot of forces, a lot of stacks that I can just start pushing forward. The guys in here are going to get caught, they're going to be cut off, and they will not be able to attack. Fumay, however, is heavily defended. There's 7 corps in there. That's a lot of supplies. And I do have an okay amount of tanks, especially here in the north. But when it comes to my ability to attack, the game does say, well, that's going to be a major loss. And this is also going to be a major loss. So let's make sure that these guys get all the help that they can get. I do want to get a bit more cash per turn. So I'm going to make sure that I save up my stars and I'll be able to buy this wartime bonds upgrade in the next turn. It's still a major loss. I'm going to get 1700 supply available. I'm not sure if that's enough. I think it will be, because, of course, I can go on the offensive with my tanks, pull back, and then hit them again, and again, and again. It's going to be difficult, though. It's going to be difficult, and I'll have to micromanage my tanks fairly well this time around. The map today is a very wide front, and considering that this is a very wide front, I think it works to my advantage. And here's why. I can push my tanks forward, right towards the X point, and then start moving sideways towards the command trench and the Yankee point. I will have to do some defending, because as opposed to previous, I am expecting counterattacks here. So better make sure that I have some forces defending the place, lest I find that I am pushing into the X-ray zone, and they're going to push out from Yankee towards Bravo. So I will keep some British infantry over here. And I'm going to back them up with a couple mortars, just to ensure that whatever happens to come through these gates, essentially, gets pretty badly damaged. So let's put a field mortar over there and a field mortar over there. Will that be enough? I don't know, but if I see something coming here, I can always spawn in additional tanks. As for the command trench, pretty similar deal, but I feel like I can more quickly react here, considering that my tanks are going to be not too far away, relatively speaking. And yeah, like before, the majority of my firepower is going to have to come out of these machine gun and cannon tanks. I am working on an objective, a side quest if you will, where I have to take out 3 observation balloons, and I think that's going to be pretty doable, considering the state of affairs. So I don't really expect any problems there. For this attack, I might also be able to use the Gurkhas, which are really good against, well, all targets with their grenades. If you're going to find something like an infantry section, or, a tank section coming up against you, these guys are probably going to be able to stop it. When it comes to dealing with offensive actions, I'm going to bring my elite British infantry, because they're just fantastic to attack with. The Kukri from the Gurkhas, or the Gurkhas in general, are good, but they're far less numerous. These guys are, what, 25 in a company? And these are 225. So these guys are good, but they go down fairly quickly. Now the Canadian infantry, I haven't used these before. The Canadians have a bonus that is called synchronized, and they get a benefit from smoke or rolling barrage cover bonuses, which, well, I can provide them with neither. So that's not really going to be that useful for me. Considering the threat level, I'm going to go with more arty than I normally would, just so I can suppress more and make sure that my tanks have a better chance of survival, because I don't expect this to be an easy fight. Yes, I have tanks, yes, I have a lot of firepower. Will it be enough? I don't know. We'll just have to see. Let's put up... That's going to have to be a trench over here. Right over there, just so I can have a few more fighters. Do we need heavy arty? I don't think so, for the simple reason that I have tanks. And tanks, I found, just sweep across trenches without really needing a whole bunch of arty support to clear it out. So I don't believe I'm going to need it, but we shall see. If this works, the enemy is encircled and they lose a massive stretch of terrain. Alright. Let's see how much they've been digging. Let's see how much they've been defending. This does not seem very intimidating. This amount of trenches is actually on the low end. There is a bunch of trenches there. There's some here, but this is fairly negligible. I was expecting 3, 4, 5 lines deep of trenches, but is this it? Because I think I'm going to be fairly capable of pushing through this, especially if I suppress their mortar and machine gun pit. Wait for the the cannons to get into range and just, there you go, blow them up. Lately I have found that the game says, oh, it's going to be a likely defeat. But if you just maintain tactics like these, I don't see it. I just don't see it. How is that going to be a defeat? Because I have these, well, essentially Wunderwaffen. And there is very, very little that the enemy can do about it. There we go. Wait, we're getting shot at? Could you, like, tend to this trench, gentlemen? You are taking fire. Thank you. I'm not so sure I even actually shot at them, or seem to have driven up to them. Okay, you're going to get repaired. The rest of you are in almost pristine condition. There's still some resistance here. What surprises me is the utter lack of arty. Where is their arty? Why am I not seeing any artillery fire going out against me? Yeah, you're going back for repairs. X-ray is getting captured. Let's put the forces closer. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Look who decided to show up. The Germans with armor. How the turns have tabled. What is this then? Calling me impressed. The Germans are using tanks. That's a nice surprise. Not necessarily good for the Germans. Because, yeah, they'll have a few tanks, but not enough to make my life really that dangerous. Gone. I still have the numbers. And so long as I have the numbers, they're going to be hard-pressed to really put the screws on. Oh, there's another one. Never mind. Wait, that was a Sturm... sorry, an anti-air gun. A flak panzer. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Now, let's get rid of that arty before it starts raining hell and high water on my tanks. I don't want that. There's also their observation balloon. Of course, there's going to be a bunch more infantry in these trenches. But where is this massive amount of companies that they supposedly have? Why do I not see them? I don't understand. Maybe it's because the game knew that there's going to be tanks in here. Maybe that's why they were going, yeah, well, this is going to be a rough one. Maybe that's what making the game consider this to be a difficult fight. Okay, get him. But, yeah, we're going to patrol the perimeter. You are going to take out this. You gentlemen, keep going up. You and you, hold. You alright yet? Mostly. Okay, cool. Seriously, what's your deal? Thank you. Okay. What? It's like... It looks like these trenches are full. But the guys are slowly but steadily disappearing. That's weird. Okay. Right, let's take the command trench and start pushing on the Yankee point. I have no idea where the resistance is happening, if at all. Because I was expecting a heck of a lot more of it. This is rather underwhelming. And I do hope that the game is going to sort of patch out this tactic that I'm using, this strategy. Because it's a very easy go-to. As you guys have pointed out, it makes it so that you have to start self-limiting yourself. Which I don't think is good for a game that you have to do that in the first place. I'd say if you have to start self-limiting yourself as a player, something has gone wrong in the game design. Because that means that some part of the game is not balanced, and the player can have such a massive and overwhelming advantage that you basically don't really have to make an effort anymore. Which is what I believe is this point that I have reached. I mean, sure, I have to sort of micromanage tanks and go, hey, you've been badly damaged, go back. But that's about it. Go home. He couldn't get out of the way quick enough. Now this is potentially dangerous. A couple of these mortar pits close by. I don't like it. I'm gonna have to take these things out first with a vengeance before they get an opportunity to wipe out another tank. Command trench getting captured. Alright, the rest of you, we have places to be. Because we need to start counter-capping here. You're good. You can go over there. You can go over here. Please, dude. Like, take out the mortar first. You're a cannon tank. That makes a lot of sense. Take out the mortar. Thank you. I do have some more guys. I'm not so sure if the AI knows where to take them. So, let's strike while they're out in the open. Okay, fine. That was like 4 minutes and 15 seconds or so. I did lose, what, 1 tank? Yeah, and 264 men versus about 7.5k, 10 arty, and 2 heavies and 1 special tank. So, yeah, this basically cost me 23 because I got 400 money back. Anyway, with this, the objective, the grand objective, has been achieved, and the enemy is fully encircled. So, what is this going to mean? I can start pushing a heck of a lot of troops forward and make the life of the Germans very difficult. Because, yeah, destroy observation balloons, good. Look at this, all of this is surrounded. Florent, Vervins, Rethel, Laon, Guise, Maubeuge, Lille, Perron, and Noyon all surrounded. So what's the AI likely going to try? I think a counterattack here wouldn't do them well. They might try with a 10 stack to push through Oudenaarde, but they're going to have to hit it twice. And there are tanks and planes around. Pushing through Ypres, bad idea, because they don't have the forces in Ghent. The group from Brussels can also strike here, which would potentially work, because I have 3 infantry corps, but I have 4 tank battalions. So if they want to take this, they're going to have to, again, hit it twice. And keep in mind that none of these guys can move. I have a pretty sizable stack in Mazerni, and I can start using this to push even deeper into their territory. I don't think they're going to be able to reconnect this. Their stack from 6 guys in Rochefort could push into Dinan or Fumé. Both of these are pretty fragile right about now. So let's just disregard the whole disunity of command thing and start pushing some forces towards the weaker areas. Now, if my math is correct, this is going to cost them 20 per zone that they lose. Let's have a look. Because these are considered islands, they lose a star. Okay. Capturing of a region. Where is that? Regions. Doesn't say how much you lose. It just means that if you get a great victory, you lose a star. Yes, fine. But it doesn't say how much you lose. Which I guess makes sense, because that way, if you change it in a patch, it's more easy because you don't have to change any of the stats here. You don't have to constantly keep updating your encyclopedia. So that makes sense. Okay, the group from Hazebroek has a French tank battalion. They have an infantry corps and 2 British infantry corps. Where do I want my next Schwerpunkt to be? If I can do Huy, Liège, Aachen, I can just cut off a whole of Brussels and basically liberate the entirety of Belgium. So I think that's a noble objective. Let's try and do that. I will have to keep some forces into Dinant and Fumé because otherwise I might get attacked. The guys over here, we are going to go to Jean Bleu so that I can attack Huy from 2 sides and start taking it. And ideally, I don't have to go into Liège because it does seem like a fortress region, but I'm not sure whose direction the fortresses are helping. That would be an interesting spot to find out, though. So let's push. Let's see. I got 7. Okay, I got 2 and 3. I got way more companies here. So you guys are gonna go to Jean Bleu. You guys are gonna go to Jean Bleu. Gonna be a party in Jean Bleu. These can also move. And I'm going to push those into Dinant. Anybody I forgot about? Because I cannot move the guys from Vouziers. There is a possibility that the AI decides that they want to stash everybody in Stenay and cut me off here, reconnecting their entire island. That would be extremely dangerous, because then everybody here can go in the offensive, and if they find a region that they don't have any resistance in, I believe they basically get a star taken off for free, or they just capture the whole region. So neither of those bits are particularly interesting, particularly enticing, but it's what we have to work with. Oh, Jean Bleu can go on the offensive already. I think it's a stalemate, so it's a victory. Yeah, if I can do that right now, let's do that right now. Time for a bit of a change of pace, map-wise. Because this is one of those L-shaped maps, as I refer to them. You got your shapes, or your sectors not in a line, but in a bit of an angle. Which makes for a very interesting meta, a very interesting way to defend or attack. I'm going to go in the offensive with the tanks. I only have 9 this time around. I do want to capture this as quickly as possible. Move to the command trench and then move sideways while defending this. I might have to put like the occasional trench here and there. Because the AI does tend to do some wonky shit every now and then, where they suddenly decide that offensive action is their best course of action. And sure, a good offense is the best defense, if you got tanks, but they don't. They just got 2 cores. So, let's deploy the armored. And normally I would put these in something like a formation, but I basically don't have to do that anymore. Couple guys with them. No, not there. Well, actually, yeah. Let's put at least one company like on permanent defense here. The rest of them are going to go on offense. There. Get a bit of arty, although on a map like this, it's sometimes more difficult. I guess I would have to put the arty like over here if I want to have the most use out of it. Although, lately it feels like I haven't really used my arty at all. Simply because I haven't needed to. The arty just... well, it suppresses a mortar every once in a while. Beyond that, I don't think it does a whole lot. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, let's begin. Alright. Right, my pretties. Already it feels like they got more trenches here than they had in the battle where they had 7 army corps. That just does not make a whole lot of sense to me. Oh, and they're bringing in reinforcements as well. Get this. There goes your elite company. No prisoners. Keep this tank alive. Move, gentlemen. Get that mortar. You, get the hell out of here. Their pathfinding is sometimes a bit wonky. Get the mortar. Start counter-capping it. Make sure they can't take it. Don't want them to have any current spawning ability here. By the looks of it, they won't have any. You get your ass fixed. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, crap. Sometimes these guys take so much damage. Move! I suddenly get almost overwhelmed. Okay. At least the Germans got the message. What? Well, some of them got the message. Some of them properly didn't. They're going on the offensive. Alright, well, in order to liberate Belgium, we're going to have to take all of these sectors, naturally. So better get to it. Do we need to fix these guys up? No, not really. So I'm out 1 cannon. No, 2 MG tanks. Oh, that's fine. What? There's more? Okay. This is what I meant. The AI somehow goes on the offensive when they absolutely don't have to. Let's put like 1 company defending the place, because you never know. If they decide to come back here, it's going to be interesting. Blockhouse trench in the middle of nowhere. Look, this is just a poor design decision from the AI. A blockhouse trench is essentially a bunker that you can put infantry into. They're safe from arty, they're safe from gas attack, but they can't shoot. The only way that I would ever use these is if I have a defensive position, and I would, for example, put a blockhouse trench here, so that the guys from this trench and this trench can quickly get into the blockhouse if there's a heavy arty assault, and the only way you can get infantry that's inside here out of it is to go man-to-man. So you're going to have to go into that blockhouse. And you're going to have to just drag them out. It's a bloody business and it can cost you some infantry. But just stashing it out here makes absolutely no sense. It's awful positioning. And I was hoping the AI in this game would do better than that. I do want to keep the tanks somewhat around so that they can provide their bonus. Make sure that... Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, that's going to be expensive. They put elites in there. Jesus. That's going to be no fun at all. There goes 1 company. There goes 2. Next round. At this point, the Germans are weakened, so their morale has been broken. I think I really need to throw in like 4... Yeah, 4 companies ought to do the trick. There we go. Alright. Tanks are good to go. The other guys should be good to go as well, so link up in the next part of the map. And look at what we find here. I have found that tanks can just roll over artillery pieces these days. Maybe they did all along, I don't know. And you essentially don't even have to stop and shoot at them anymore. You can just roll your tank right through... There you go. Right through an artillery battery, and there's nothing they can do. You, get in the tree line. The rest of you, move out. We're going to take this sector, and we're going to liberate Belgium. Might not happen this month, but 2 to 3 months from now, depending on how quickly I can make this happen. Like, these battles... It's mostly the amount of tiles that I have adjacent to one of their tiles, so I can go on the attack. Take this. Oh, you're going to surrender. Okay, fine. That's going to save me some valuable time. And make sure I don't have to ruin any further tanks. Losses, like a few hundred infantrymen. That should be about it. Yeah, about 800. No arty was lost. Sorry, no tanks were lost in this encounter. And I made money on it. I even made supplies on it, probably. Oh, man. So, a great victory has been completed in Hui. Or, how... I'm not really sure how you should pronounce that. Whether it's... It is the... Is it the more Dutch version of Belgium, or the more French version? Anyway. Let's see what the AI is going to do. I do have stacks of units over here that I can push into Sedan and just move the front line. But I want to focus on the defense, and I want to go on the offensive here, here, and push forward. So that's what we're going to do. January 1917. They're spying in Brussels. Alright. There's the research points, and there's the extra monthly cash that I want. I think they were moving forces around, but I don't know how they could. I don't have any forces back in Kreuznach. There's no big doomstacks here. Event. Faced with increasing supply shortages and the tremendous casualties from Verdun and the Somme, Germany resumed its policy of unrestricted attacks on merchant vessels in enemy waters. Germany believed that a quick defeat of Britain was worth the risk of angering the Americans. So that's going to cost me some money. Very nice. What other event is there? Research agent housing for national will. I think I've maxed out my national will because I've repeatedly been getting victories, but the meter just doesn't go above 999. So I don't feel like I really need to do much. Now this big death stack that was in Brussels is gone. The big death stack in Ghent has decreased. So I suppose I can start pushing forward from the guys in Dinan, which are getting their stars back. Let's see. I could push from Fumay to Rochefort, Dinan to Huy. No, Jean-Bleu to Huy. That should be a win. Dinan and Rochefort into Dinan and Fumay into Rochefort, and I take 2 sectors off of them. Again, forcing them to expand their front line. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That last research point, is that something I can use? I could save it for the Whippet tanks. I really don't need gas attacks because they're very expensive for what they do, and a couple of tanks can do it better. There is this upgrade that could be useful. Eliminates movement penalty. I haven't actually found this to be useful / required. There is getting the storage warehouse. Get new 2 elite companies. And trade reserve. Sabotage all holdings when you lose a region. Removing all your strategic structures so the enemy can't use them. Right. So basically scorched earth. But I don't believe I've lost a region once. Not in this campaign and not in the previous one. Medical tents, only if you lose a ton of infantry, which I don't have. Grenades could be useful. But I'm not so sure if I even have grenades on most of my infantry. So yeah, I'll save my star and go for the Whippet tanks first. For the Brits. And then see what I want next. Alright. Let's take the forces from Jean-Bleu and go over to Huy and start liberating Belgium. I think it's a minor loss. Against 4 corps? Yeah, right. Alright, here goes. Pretty much the same attack. Making sure the enemy does not have a whole lot of stuff out here. I didn't even bring any arty because, well, I don't think very highly of the AI at this point. And I'm mostly trying to wrap up the campaign in an efficient yet fairly spectacular manner. I.e. making very short work of Belgium, or well, making short work of the Germans holding Belgium, and making sure that I can capture as much terrain as possible. Well, I mean liberate. We're gonna give it back to the Belgians at some point, right? Probably. Guys, we have places to be and the Germans to see. Could you not? Wait. Are you coming under sniper attack? Felt like it. Ooh. Badly damaged tank. Go. Move! Get that tank out of here. Damn it. This is a mess. Get in. Get in. Yeah, we're definitely taking sniper fire from this company all the way in the back. That's bad form. Jeez, I'm losing a lot more infantry here than I really ought to. Get your ass fixed. Come on. Oh, I can just push him with the French here. Clear him out. Be gone. Pull away. You're gonna have to capture it. I don't like the damage to this tank. And this tank. The rest of you, off you go. Definitely taking some fire. Briefly. Elites, I don't like those. Where's their arty? Did they park it back here again? I'm definitely gonna need a bunch of infantry just to clear out that command trench. Well done, boys. Yankee is ours. Some Frenchies defending the place. Get this tank forward. These three are in the mechanic shop. Getting fixed. Excellent. This is the command trench. They can still bring in forces. I don't want them to. So let's make sure that we start pushing in forces. But I'm definitely not going to send in these guys alone. What the fuck? Where? Whoa, 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 dude. You and you, get out. Now. There's damn elites in here. Oh, survive. Get in the trench. No. Not with the tank. Get back to Bravo. Please, dude, you're getting shot at. What the hell? Dude. You're an MG tank. Why are you not actively engaging the enemy? Sometimes these tanks are so borked. They just don't exactly do what you expect them to do. They even destroy the tank because of that. If that tank had been shooting back, that would not have happened. Fine. Yeah, these Germans are really making it very difficult. And we're still taking fire from the snipers somewhere over there. Those snipers must have a drone in the air or something. How the hell can they land shots from that far away? How do they do that? Let's go. One down, two down. The command trench is getting captured. Belgium, here we come. Although, I think we're already operating in Belgium, right? We have been for a while, so never mind. Disregard last. Alright, next step. X-ray position. You guys are probably not exactly combat fit anymore. You just have to mess them up a bit in order for them to get the message that resistance is futile. Their trenches will be added to our own. You can move. Oh, you're brave. Misguided, but certainly brave. I still need to defeat a couple of Mark IV tanks that the enemy has supposedly captured, but the enemy is just not using Mark IVs. So I have no idea where I'm supposed to get those. Mortar! One down. Oh, 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 no! No! Shit. Counter the spawn. Damn it. Also, that tank was utterly unnecessary. That was just bad form. Never mind. Oh well, job done. Okay, that was a couple of tanks that I lost. That wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. Lost 2 heavies. Still, probably made a profit on that battle. War is good for business. And with that, we've made yet another gash into the German-held Belgium. The next sector over here, La Roche and Ardennes, is only 1 star. So taking this should be fairly easy, depending on whether or not the enemy reroutes a whole lot of forces. Now, taking Rochefort is probably going to take 1 turn. Like, I can do it now with the forces that I have here. And waiting for all of these to get cut off is going to take 2 episodes, or 2 turns. Maubeuge is probably going to be the last holdout, together with Perron. They got 4 stars, these guys have 3. Oh, Florent as well. So they're going to have a small-ish holdout, but it's only going to take a little longer for them to starve. Nevertheless, we are making good progress on the campaign, and at this point, I think we might be able to wrap up before December 1917. Anyway, you'll find out in a future episode. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and I'll see you soon for more.